Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Faiz. Tell me the answer for the first question. What happens when a solution of acid is mixed with a solution of base in the test tube? So this is an acid-base reaction, and acid-base reaction is tell me. Acid-base reaction is exothermic in nature. Okay, so the temperature of solution increases. First, it is correct, and the temperature of solution remains same. That is incorrect. Salt formation. So 1 and 4, because we know that acid when react with base, they form salt and water.
Yes.
So here we have 1 and 4. Option D is correct. Okay. So which of the following turns red litmus to blue? When excess addition of the solution means reverse the change. Excess will reverse the change. Okay, tell me. Red litmus to blue. Red litmus to blue means basic medium. Okay. Red litmus, if red litmus is converting into basic blue, then it means that the medium is basic. So which one is basic in nature? Baking powder, lime, ammonium hydroxide, hydrochloric
acid.
Baking powder.
Hydrochloric acid.
Hydro turns red litmus solution blue.
Baking powder.
An aqueous solution turns red. There is an aqueous solution. Okay. So we have an aqueous solution that can convert red litmus to blue. Okay. So now if we have a solution like this and it can convert red litmus to blue, so it means this solution is basic in nature. So when we add some substance into it in excess, then it will reverse the change, means it will convert blue to red, means it will convert acidic. So that is hydrochloric acid, because when you start adding, keep on adding. So this basic solution first get neutral, and then when you keep on adding, then it will become acidic in nature. Got it? So that is hydrochloric acid. Others are bases only. Like baking powder is base, lime is base. Okay. Ammonium hydroxide is base, hydrochloric acid is only the acid. Okay. Got it? Question number 3, which one is correct? Question number 3. Which one is correct? During the preparation of hydrogen chloride gas on a humid day, the gas is usually passed to the guard tube containing calcium hydroxide. The role of calcium hydroxide taken in the guard tube is, on the humid day, there is a lot of water content present. Okay. So what can be the function, or what is the role of calcium chloride here? Because we are just producing the gas. So what is the role of calcium hydroxide? Sorry, calcium chloride here. Tell me. Tell me, dear student, this is a simple question. That is, it absorbs moisture. It will absorb the moisture from the gas. On the humid day, that is the moisture is going to be. Okay, tell me, the calcium carbonate is basic salt. Calcium carbonate is basic salt because it is a salt of question number 5. We have studied this one in the previous class, na? Strong acid, weak base. You have studied this one all. Tell me.
Option D, sir.
Option D is basic because it is a salt of weak acid and strong base. Tell me calcium phosphate, question number 6. Question number 6, tell me.
Option A.
A. Its nature is basic. Yes. Calcium phosphate, we can say that its nature is basic. Why? Because calcium phosphate, I have taught you in the previous class also that calcium phosphate is formed when calcium hydroxide react with H3PO4, that is phosphoric acid. So it is, I have taught you that this one is a weak base and this one is weak acid. So it should gives you the neutral salt Ca3PO4 whole twice plus water, that is calcium phosphate. But I have taught you this one, I have written as a star that calcium hydroxide act as strong base in front of weak acid. So it is a basic salt. But when this calcium hydroxide is treated with strong acid like H2SO4, then it will act as weak base. Okay, got it? Really strong base here in front of weak acid, but it is a strong acid. So in front of a strong acid, it acts as weak base and will give you calcium sulfate plus water. So this is acidic salt. You understood? You understood? Please note this equation. Madiha, you previously left the class 10 minutes before your scheduled time. Okay. This time you are not going to leave the class before I said to leave you. Otherwise, we will just going to complain your father. Okay. You just left 10 minutes before. We have some important question discussions and you left 10 minutes before the previous class. Why it's so? Why you left the class 10 minutes before? Could you answer me? Madiha?
Sir, my electricity went.
You are living in which country?
Jeddah.
Jeddah. In Jeddah, electricity goes on.
Yes, sir, because there is construction going on in my building.
Okay, let's check. Today is electricity will be going on. Okay. So no student will be allowed to leave the class before 8:30. Sorry, before 10:30 according to the Indian timing, and I don't know what is the timing of there. Okay, so you have to do complete 1 hour class. Okay. So if I'm having this one, have you noted this one, dear student? Everybody, and please someone turn on the camera. Either Madiha, Ammar, you please turn on the camera. It will be much better for me to teach if nobody is turning his or her camera. So I just feel that I'm teaching myself. I'm not able to see anyone. Ridwan, you please open the camera. Ammar, Jasola. Okay, fine, very good. Okay, I'm just turning on the focus mode so nobody can. Okay, it is already turned on. So done.
Yes, sir.
Copied.
Yes,
Note down this question also. Only question and this answer. Don't write the whole options. Calcium phosphate present in tooth animal is basic in nature. Is basic in nature. Done. Noted.
So
Let's move for today's topic. Let's move. So in the previous class, we have discussed the properties of acids. Acids I have discussed in the previous class. That acids when react with metals, that gives you salt plus hydrogen gas. Acids when react with metal oxide, it will gives you salt plus water. And acids when react with bases, it will gives you salt plus water. Now we're just going to discuss the other properties of metals, okay, of acids. Okay, got it? So this we have done in the previous class. Acids when react with metals gives you salt plus hydrogen gas. Now, similarly, if you have acids when react with metal oxides, just listen to me. Jaslyn, are you there? Jaslyn, turn on your
Yes, sir.
turn on your mic. Yes, are you
Yes,
there?
sir. Can you hear?
Okay. So if I'm saying this is acids, okay, and then react with metal oxide, so it will give you salt plus water now. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
This is the oxide. This oxygen will get added to this one. If it is only metal, then it will be salt plus hydrogen gas. But if we have this acids when react with metal oxide, then going to give you the salt plus water. Okay, you got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Now we come and we compare, like we have this one, HCl when react with ZNO, so it will give you ZnCl2. Why it will ZnCl2? Let me explain you. HCl when react with ZNO, then it will gives you ZnCl2 plus water. If it is only Zn, then it will be water. But if it is zinc oxide, then it will be, if it is only Zn, then it is hydrogen gas will be produced, acid plus metals, salt plus hydrogen gas. But if it is oxygen added here, metal oxide, then it will gives you water. Got it? Guys, you understood? Vidwan, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, just listen to me, dear students. So if we have, instead of this, just compare it with the general property. Like this is acid, this is salt, this is water. Okay. So you are very much familiar that acid when react with bases, it will gives you salt plus water. So what is the nature of zinc oxide here? Will it be acidic or basic? Compare it with this one.
Basic.
Acid, salt, water. So it must be base.
Base.
So we can say that generally, we are not saying every metal oxide. Generally, metal oxides are basic in nature. Okay. Generally, metal oxides are basic in nature. So note it down. Note the whole thing. Generally, metal oxides are basic in nature. Done?
Then, sir.
Madiha, done? Amar, Zeba, done?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Now moving to the next part is, now the next property is acids when react with metal, instead of metal oxide, now we are having metal carbonate. It will give you salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. Sometimes this carbon dioxide may be written here and water can be written here. So it is not nil. Means you can write the order can be like this, or the order can be like this. Okay. Like water plus H2O. So it is not necessary. We have to just plus sign. Okay. Now what is metal carbonate? Can anybody explain me what is metal carbonate?
Metal.
Yes,
With
metal
carbon.
carbonate. This is the carbonate group. This is CO3 is the carbonate group, CO3. Okay. So when it is added with metals, then from metal carbonate, like we have this one. This is magnesium. This is magnesium metal, and this is carbonate group, CO3 minus 2, this plus 2. Both are going to have the same valency. They will cancel out, they will form magnesium carbonate, MgCO3. So this is metal carbonate, Like we have sodium carbonate. Sodium is going to have one valency and carbonate is going to have two valency. You cross multiply it, you will get Na2CO3. You understood? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So here we have metal carbonate, sodium carbonate. So what happens when acid react with metal carbonate? Na2CO3. So it will give you salt plus water plus carbon dioxide. So these two are fixed. Now we need to predict the salt. What salt will be formed? So this carbonate, and the remaining one oxygen is going to form carbon dioxide and water. This Na, and this is going to in the formation of water, this Na and chloride ion, the remaining part of acid means that after the H. Okay, let me give you. For example, if you have HCl plus Na2CO3, so this portion is going to form the salt. But don't write it like Na2Cl. No, this is not the correct formula. Don't write if it is having 2 here. This 2 is according to this formula. Because we have the sodium carbonate formula is Na, positive valency 1 and carbonate ion valency is 2. Cross multiply it, you will get Na2CO3. But you cannot write this for the formula for this Na and Cl, that is NaCl, Na2Cl, because it will be incorrect. You have to write the formula according to the that the formula when this Na and Cl is going to combine and both are going to have one valency, the formula will be NaCl plus water plus carbon dioxide. This is the substance that are going to form. Okay, and this is the salt. Got it? You understood? Understood, everybody? Madiha and
Yes, sir.
Ridwan, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Faiz? Jaslyn, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now done. So now we are having another, I'm having this H2SO4. When react with calcium carbonate, what formula will be found? What salt will be found? In HCl. When react with that, I'm having H2SO4. When react with sodium carbonate, Na2CO3, what will be formed? Tell me. What product will be obtained here?
CaSO4.
Speak a little bit louder. Let me plug in the different headphones. Right. Okay, now tell me. Rizwan, you tell me, what is the product?
Yes. CaSO4 plus H2O plus CO2.
Very good. And what when this form?
Na2SO4 plus
Na2SO4
H2O plus CO2.
plus CO2. Don't think because here 2 and this is 2. Actually the formula for Na2SO4 is Na2SO4. When here is just 2 valency and it's going to have 1 valency and SO4 ion is going to have 2 valency. So when they cross multiply, it will give you Na2SO4. Don't think that it just come according to just you combine this and here you combine this. No, you're not going to combine this. Every time this is not going to happen. Okay. You have to write the correct formula of the salt. Okay. Don't make mistake by writing Na2SO4 and NSO4. Okay. So this is that. And similarly, next is the same is if we have this metals when react with sorry, acid when react with metal hydrogen carbonate. Acids when react with metal hydrogen carbonate. Hydrogen carbonate. That will gives you salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Means same product will be obtained. Same product will be obtained, that is salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, same product is going to obtain here. For example, if we have HCl, when react with sodium hydrogen carbonate. What is metal hydrogen carbonate? Maybe hydrogen carbonate group is this. Hydrogen carbonate group is this. Okay, and this is metal, and its valency is -1. Like we have CO3 valency -2. So hydrogen carbonate valency is -1, and this is Na +1. So the formula for sodium hydrogen carbonate is NaCO3. The formula for calcium hydrogen carbonate is 1 valency 2, you cross multiply, you will get CaHCO3 whole twice. Okay, so what will form when HCl react with calcium hydrogen carbonate? And what would happen when HCl react with sodium hydrogen carbonate? Tell me. Tell me what product will be obtained. What product will be obtained? Tell me. Again, CO2 and water will be obtained. Name the salt.
So can you repeat again? So can you repeat again?
HCl.
Yes, why not? Why not? I can repeat it. It's simple that if you are going to form, if this is calcium hydrogen carbonate this times, in the previously we have only calcium carbonate, not the hydrogen carbonate. The same product is going to obtain, that is salt, carbon dioxide plus water is formed. Okay. So if we have either acid react with metal carbonate, or it react with metal hydrogen carbonate,
As long as it has carbon in it, right?
yeah, it will going to form same product, that is salt plus carbon dioxide plus water. Okay, you got it?
Yes.
You got it? Okay, that's clear. Clear, everybody? So whether it is metal carbonate, whether it is, for example, if I'm having this HCl, when react with NaHCO3, okay, and HCl, when react with Na2CO3. So this is metal hydrogen carbonate, this is carbonate. So both are going to form the same salt. That is NaCl plus carbon dioxide plus water. This is also NaCl plus carbon dioxide plus water plus carbon dioxide. Okay. So, but here the difference of balancing only was. Okay. Here you did say 2 sodium. You have to write here 2. This is now this becomes 2 chloride ion. Now place here 2. Now this is 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen. Chlorine 2, that is chlorine, 2 chlorine. 2 sodium, 2 sodium. 1 carbon, 1 carbon. 3 oxygen, 1 and 2, 3 oxygen. Now here it is already balanced. There is no need to balance. 1 sodium, 1 sodium, 1 chlorine, 1 chlorine, 2 hydrogen, 1 here, 1 here, 2 hydrogen, 2 hydrogen, 3 oxygen, 3 oxygen, 1 carbon, 1 carbon. So this is balanced. No need to balance it. Okay, but the product will be same. Okay, got it? Got it, dear students?
Yes, sir.
So metals when react with, sorry, acid when react with metal carbonate, either with metal carbonate or metal hydrogen carbonate, the same product is going to obtained. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yeah.
So complete these equations. Complete these equations.
Say CaCl2.
Yes, CaCl2. Again, this, and this. Write the acid first, and this are going to form the salt. But the formula for calcium chloride is not CaCl, it is CaCl2, because the valency of calcium is 2 and chloride ion is 1. You cross multiply, it will give you CaCl2 plus carbon dioxide plus water. Now, what is this? Now, what is product form? Here,
NaCl.
yes, this time NaCl is formed. Got it? Got it?
Yes, sir.
Amar, you got it?
Yes, sir.
Now, if we have HCl when react with only Na2CO3, sodium carbonate, then what product? Sorry. If we have HCl when react with calcium carbonate, what product will be obtained?
Mm,
What product will be obtained? Tell me.
CaCl2.
Yes, this will be CaCl2 plus carbon dioxide plus water. Same product will be obtained. Okay, whether it is carbonate or the hydrogen carbonate. The difference is of only balancing. We have to write here 2. Now it is balanced. Got it? Got it? Okay. Let's move to the next property of uh, of we have discussed this one. If I ask you a simple question that let's move to the next property of bases. Now you know acids when react with metals, they give you salt plus what hydrogen gas? Dear students, are you listening me? Acids when
Yes,
react
sir.
with metals give you salt plus hydrogen gas. Similarly, bases when react with metals, they also give salt plus hydrogen gas. Bases also when react with metals, they gives you salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay,
Yes,
got
sir.
it? So, but here the base should be strong base like NaOH, and the metal should be like zinc, lead, and aluminium. Okay, so note it down. We have just started the chemical properties of bases. We have done the properties of metals. Okay. Note it down.
Well, sir.
Done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's suppose if I'm saying okay. If I'm saying this one is metals, base when react with metals will use salt plus hydrogen gas. If you have the base like NaOH, then if you have a base like NaOH, it is a strong base and you just warm it a little bit warm, and then zinc is added to this one. Just listen to me carefully. Zinc is added to this one. Then salt will be formed and hydrogen gas will be produced. Here the salt will be formed. The name is sodium zincate. The name of the salt is sodium zincate. The formula, note down the correct formula for this sodium zincate, because so many times the students used to write the incorrect formula for the sodium zincate. Okay. So write down the correct formula of sodium zincate, that is Na2ZnO2. Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
So why NaOH must be warm?
Because this reaction is not so spontaneous, okay, like the metals with acids, in case of metals with reaction with acids, okay. So that's why it will be to increase the activity of the particles so that they can react at more speed, okay. So that's why we need to warm it a little bit, okay. So now this is NaOH. When added to zinc, then it will form a sodium zincate. Like we have NaOH when added with lead, it will gives you sodium plumberate, Na2PbO2. Okay, and this is AlO2, that is aluminate. Don't write 2 here because this is not 2 in the formula. Okay, Na2AlO2. So you need to memorize the correct formula for the sodium zincate, sodium plumbate, and sodium aluminate. Plus hydrogen gas will be produced. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Note it down clearly. Sodium aluminate. Very important property of this, the very important property of this. Okay. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if we added this one, this is base. If we, instead of the next property for bases will react with metal oxide. Now, if we have metal oxide here, then here you need to keep in mind that you have to add, like in the first case, this will be hydrogen, not the O here. Okay. Now this metal oxide, bases when react with metal oxide, then if we add oxide here, then it will becomes O here, water. Case 2. If we add ZNO, then the salt will be same, but here the water will become. If we have PbO, that will become water. If we have Al2O3, the correct formula for aluminum oxide is Al2O3. The correct formula for lead oxide is PbO. The correct formula for zinc oxide is ZNO. Okay, so here again, this Al2O3, this will become. Got it? You understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is sodium aluminate plus water. So now note it again. That bases when react with metal oxide, it will gives you Na2ZNO2. Note it again, that all the 3 equations. Madiha, Zeba, Jaslin, are you getting my point?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Done, everybody? Amar?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's move further.
Yes.
Now you need to notice, have you noticed this one thing here? That uh, acids when react with bases, they gives you salt plus hydrogen gas. Like I'm having HCl react with ZNO, will gives you ZnCl2 plus acid when react with base gives you salt plus water. Okay, this will be like this. Okay. Okay, now if we are having, now you know this is acid, this is base, this is salt plus water. Now if we have, let's suppose if we having base NaOH, when react with ZNO, So it is giving base when react with metal oxide, it is again giving Na2 ZnO2 sodium zincate plus water. Now, can you notice here that what is the nature of zinc oxide here now when it is reacting with base?
Acid. It's an acid.
It is acting as an, here it is
Acid.
acting acid. It is acting acid, and here it is acting as base. As base. Got it? Got
Yes,
it?
sir.
Okay. Now you see here that this time the metal oxides are generally basic in nature. I have written. I ask you to write this statement here that metal oxides are generally in the initial stage when I started the class. You note it down here that metal oxides are generally basic in nature. That's why I add generally, because sometimes they also show acidic behavior. Not every metal oxide show acidic behavior, but some metal oxides show acidic behavior. Some metal oxides show acidic behavior like ZnO, PbO. Okay, so such metal oxides, some metal oxide that shows both acidic as well as basic behavior, or some metal oxides show both acidic as well as basic behavior. Such metal oxides are called amphoteric oxide. For example, Al2O3, comma PbO, comma ZnO. Note it down. Done? Note it here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Done. Everybody done? Yes, students.
Yes, sir.
Amar done. Madiha, Jaslin, Vice done.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, sir.
sir.
Okay. So let's move further. Now we have a question here. Okay, we have a question here. What should be the answer for this question? This is the dilute sulfuric acid present here, and we add some zinc balls to it, zinc granules or zinc balls to it. So what would happen instead of zinc granules, zinc dust means zinc powder is taken. So will the hydrogen gas still produced?
Yes, but in little amount.
In the little amount, if we take zinc powder, if the same amount of zinc is taken that previously was taken in terms of zinc granules, but now it is in the powder form. Will the hydrogen gas produce this time?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
The hydrogen gas will be produced. Will it produce at the same rate?
Yes.
Then you might keep your mic unmute, okay, because you are not having any background noise. Okay, so again you are unmuting it. So we're having the means same with the same speed, with the same rate as in the previous case. Okay, I'm going to give you an example. Just you have a glass of water, okay, and you added some bigger crystals of sugar, and you are asked to dissolve it. Okay. And now there's another student. Okay. And he's going to have same glass of water, same amount of sugar, but now he's having the powder form of sugar. Who will dissolve it faster? Who will dissolve the sugar at faster rate? You or
Order
the
amount.
powder amount will be dissolved faster rate. Huh? Why? Why? Because it is small size.
small.
Okay. Similarly, if I'm saying that, if we have just a strip of zinc, okay, and this is a strip of zinc, not every particles get in the contact with the acids because it is a strip. Not every particles will be get contact with the HCl because only the particle at the surface of the zinc strip will get contact in the acids. Okay, but when we have convert this strip into the powder form, then the more the surface area or the particles that will come in the contact with the acid will become more. Surface area will increase. Okay, when it will be in powder form, more number of particles will come in the contact with the acid. Okay, so the hydrogen gas will be produced, equal amount of hydrogen gas will be produced, but at the faster speed, because this time more HCl particles are reacting with more number of zinc particles. Okay, at the same time and then in the previous case. Okay, so here will the hydrogen gas will be produced. H2 gas will be produced at faster rate than before. Now next question. Jaslin, Zeba, Ammar, Madiha, you understood?
Yes.
Sir.
Okay. Now question number 2. Instead of sulfuric acid, if we take the dilute HCl, if we are not having the hydrochloric acid, sorry, H2SO4, instead of H2SO4, we have the HCl, hydrochloric acid. Will the hydrogen gas produce?
So can you repeat?
Yeah, this is the question. You can read it here. Instead of dilute sulfuric acid, dilute hydrochloric acid is taken. Will the hydrogen gas produce? Guys, answer me. Guys, answer me. Unmute your mic.
Yes, sir.
Will the hydrogen gas produced?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, the hydrogen gas will produce. Yes, simple. We can say that initially we have this one. Like we have this time hydrochloric acid, that is HCl, and when react with zinc, it will give you ZnCl2 plus hydrogen gas. And previously we have H2SO4, and when react with zinc, it will give you ZnSO4 plus hydrogen gas. Okay, got it?
Yes, sir.
So we can say that yes, the hydrogen gas will be produced. Still the hydrogen gas will be produced. Yes, hydrogen gas is still the hydrogen gas will be produced. Now tell me question number 6, question number 3, and C part for this question. What would be the answer for the C part? Dear student, what should be the answer for the C part?
Yes, sir.
Here, instead of zinc granules, copper turnings are taken. Means copper fillings or copper particles are taken. Then will the hydrogen gas produced?
Yes, sir. But I guess in less amount. Lower.
Zeba.
Slow.
Amar, do you want to say do you want to answer this question?
No, so I'm still trying to find the answer.
Okay, so actually we know that this acid and metals reaction is actually a displacement reaction. Okay, you know that this is metals, potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, tin, lead, hydrogen. Those metals that are above hydrogen can react with acids, because what is going to happen here? Let I'm having this one. So what is going to have? This Na is going to displace. The hydrogen is going to produce. Na is displacing the hydrogen because it is more reactive than hydrogen. But copper comes below hydrogen in the reactivity series. So here the hydrogen is more reactive, and here sodium is more reactive. So more reactive element is displacing the less reactive hydrogen from the acid. But what if we have Cu? Will it form CuCl2 plus hydrogen gas? No, it will not form.
No
Why?
reaction.
Because copper is less reactive. Okay. So we will write the copper is less reactive. No, for this question, we are writing here no reaction. No reaction, as copper is less reactive than hydrogen. Okay. Now D part. D part. Sodium hydroxide is taken in place of dilute sulfuric acid. Dilute sulfuric acid is being removed. Now we have base, sodium hydroxide. Will the hydrogen gas produced? Tell me, dear student, will the hydrogen gas produced?
Yes, sir.
Amar, do you think the hydrogen gas will be produced when metals react with acids? Zinc is metals when reacting with base. Do you think hydrogen gas will be produced?
Mm,
Do you think that metals when react with base, they also produce hydrogen gas? Tell me.
no, sir.
No. Zeba, do you think? Zeba,
Yes, sir.
will the hydrogen gas produced?
Yes.
Okay. And Madiha, do you think? Madiha and Jaslin, do you think
Yes, sir.
hydrogen gas will be produced? Yes,
Yes,
I have
sir.
taught you this one recently. You have noted down this one question that metals, when base react with zinc, it will give you sodium zincate, Na2ZnO2 plus hydrogen gas. This property we have studied about the base. Base when react with metal, they also produce salt plus hydrogen gas. Okay, so if we replace this instead of H2SO4, if we have this zinc, then the hydrogen gas will be produced. Initially, when there was H2SO4, it was reacting with zinc. Zinc sulfate is formed. ZnSO4 was formed and hydrogen gas was produced. Okay, but this time when we replace the sulfuric acid with the NaOH, with the base, the sodium zincate is formed and hydrogen gas will be produced. So the hydrogen gas will be produced. So yes, H2 will be produced. Will be produced. So note this answer, dear student. Note this question and write the answer of each of the following. And make the rough diagram for this one, for this figure. First, make the rough diagram for this figure, and then note the question. Okay. Note it fast. Done?
Yes, sir.
Everybody noted?
No, sir.
No. So note it down fast. Done, everybody? Done? Eyes?
Yes, sir.
No.
Is one done?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's move further. Now the next property of bases when react with metal oxide. You are very much familiar that bases when react with acids, acid when react with base or base when react with acid. So we have done this one, these two. Okay, so we have done this two. Now acid when react with base or base when react with acid, it will form salt and water. So we have done this one in the properties of acid. So this is the third property of base. Now the fourth property, base when react with non-metal oxide like sulfur dioxide, carbon dioxide, it again forms salt plus water. Now you know this is again you compare it, base, this is salt, this is water. So you can say that non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Got it? Got it? So non-metal
Yes, sir.
oxides are acidic in nature. So you can write it Na, like we have NaOH when react with sulfur dioxide. Mark it 1 point here. And if it is sulfur dioxide, then sodium sulfide will be 4. We will have an extra oxygen here. If it is sulfur dioxide, then we have Na2SO3. Guys, look at this. We will have Na2SO3. Okay. Now, if we have NaOH, when react with SO3 gas, sulfur trioxide, then we will have Na2SO4. One extra oxygen will be here. If we have NaOH, when react with carbon dioxide, CO2, then it will become CO3, carbonate ion, CO3. Okay. So note it down, everybody. Done.
Yes, sir.
So non-metal oxides are acidic in nature. Okay. So what? Let me revise you one more time. What would happen if NaOH base when react with sulfur dioxide? Will it be sulfur Na2SO4 formed or Na2SO3 formed? Which will be formed? Which one is correct? This one or this one?
The second one.
Second one. D is correct. Okay. Now, if instead of NaOH, if I am having sulfur trioxide, which one is correct? Na2SO4 or Na3SO4? Which one is correct? Na2SO4. Sorry,
The
this one.
first one, sir.
Okay, so you must remember this one. We added extra oxygen here. Okay. Now let's move towards the very important part of this chapter. Almost the time is over. We are going to, so in the next class, we're going to discuss the pH of the solution. Okay, pH. So to write it down, the pH can be defined as P is stand for power, which in Greek word is potens. Okay, and hydrogen means, that is hydrogen means, pH means power of hydrogen ion. Power of hydrogen ions. Okay, so what is pH? pH is a skill that gives us information how acidic and basic a solution is. Okay, it is numbered from 0 to, it is number from 0 to 14. Okay, from 0 to 7 acidic, 7 neutral, and then basic is noted down.